There are currently numerous reports going around right now that yet again, Carmelo Anthony is reportedly eager to potentially join the New York Knicks if they go out and acquire Chris Paul. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to talk about with you guys. This time it is currently actually being reported that Carmelo Anthony wants to join the New York Knicks if the Knicks actually go out and potentially trade for Carmelo Anthony. This is all being reported by Mark Berman. Now, I have spoken about this so many times, on this channel. I feel like I have said it probably 20 times at this point now, but I know a lot of people have their different thoughts and opinions on, Chris Paul to the New York Knicks. But I'm going to start off by saying I absolutely love the idea of Chris Paul to the Knicks. I know, half the fans are saying, well, they want to continue to the rebuild. What's the point of going out and getting Chris Paul? And the other half fans are really like, well, we want to win and we believe we can rebuild on the run. And that's exactly what I believe the New York Knicks can actually do with Chris Paul. I believe that in the last 10 years, it's extremely hard to develop a young core if you don't have a solid point guard on the team. For example, they've had Jeremy Lin for half a season, which he was pretty good in that time. They've had Raymond Felton, I guess, for like 2 years. I don't really know if there's much you can say about that. And they had Derrick Rose for about a season. But other than that, they haven't really had any solid point guards at all, really, in the last 10 years. And I find it really, really, hard to see how you're going to be able to develop a team if your, point guards are all young and developing themselves. I feel like you need to have a veteran point guard on the team, or just an all-star caliber point guard. All the rebuilding teams have one. I mean, the Hawks, they gave Trae Young, they gave him Jeremy Lin, they've given him a couple other players here and there as well. The Cavs gave, Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, Matthew Dellavedova, etc. So many of these teams that are rebuilding and all of this type of stuff do have these veteran point guards. I genuinely believe that having an all-star caliber playing Chris Paul would definitely develop all of these younger players, and it would be a very good sight to potentially see. I could see RJ Barrett's points per game going up from like 14 to 20, very similar to how Chris Paul helped out with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's points per game. I could also see the big thing that a lot of fans are going to be really interested in, I believe, is the all-stars and role players are going to want to join the Knicks if they do get Chris Paul. Let's just say they don't get Chris Paul, then I can't really see too many players actually wanting to go to the Knicks. But if they get in Chris Paul, not only do they actually bring in Chris Paul, but they potentially bring in Danilo Gallinari, Carmelo Anthony, DeMar DeRozan, etc., who have been very interested in joining the Knicks. Then, and I even believe Christian Wood could actually be interested as well, and I believe could be on the verge of potentially signing. So, let's just say that the New York Knicks did actually sign Danilo Gallinari, Carmelo Anthony, and DeMar DeRozan. That would be shaping up to be a starting five of Chris Paul at point guard, DeMar at shooting guard, RJ Barrett at small forward, Gallinari at power forward, and Mitchell Robinson at center. So we've got two extremely young players in that team, and three veteran players that are, all-star caliber players. So you'll be contending and rebuilding at the same time. While off the bench, they could have, Carmelo Anthony, a couple other players here and there like Reggie Bullock, but also keeping in their young core like Alfred Payton, Frank Ntilikina, whoever they draft at pick A. If they can keep Kevin Knox, that would be cool. I don't know if they're going to be able to, because they might be trading him for Chris Paul, etc. They're going to have a very young team, and their team would actually start to, kind of shape to be like the OKC team that's out there right now. A lot of veteran players, but it is still very, young and is rebuilding on the run. So it is a very interesting sight to potentially see. I feel like another bonus as well is not only does this help you short term, is you're building a young core while making the playoffs, but it helps you out, long term. If players see that in 5 years the Knicks have a young core while they've been making the playoffs for the last 5 years with players like, Chris Paul, etc., then those all-star caliber players like, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, who they previously missed out on, not saying it would be those two players, but all-star caliber players will definitely want to join the New York Knicks, especially if they've showed that they can compete. Not just that, they've brought in a veteran coach in Tom Thibodeau, who I definitely feel like will very much be able to help this young team out, while also, you know, competing and getting in a lot of these veteran to all-star type of players. So, you know, when it does come to Carmelo Anthony, I believe that will also be a very good player to bring in if they can. You know, Carmelo, yes, I would see him probably re-signing with Portland, but if they do get him, I could definitely see Carmelo playing 25 to 30 minutes per night off the bench. He can play small forward, he can play power forward, he'd start a lot of games as well because, you know, Danilo Gallinari, RJ Barrett, DeMar DeRozan, one of them's probably going to get injured here and there, so I could definitely see, you know, Carmelo Anthony playing starting minutes and, you know, being a starting player throughout the season as well. So I'd be very interested to see how this goes. The Knicks, if they had a team of Chris Paul at point guard, DeMar at shooting guard, RJ Barrett at small forward, Danilo Gallinari at power forward, Mitchell Robinson at center, with Carmelo Anthony, Frank Ntilikina, Alfred Payton, Reggie Bullock, etc. coming off the bench, I could definitely see that being like a 5th or 4th seed in the East. And again, playing with Chris Paul, he's a very big chemistry player. A lot of players really want to play with him. A coach like Tom Thibodeau, who's a veteran, who knows how to take teams to the playoffs, it could definitely be a very interesting sight to potentially see. But of course, I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA news and NBA content. Of course, don't forget to comment in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? Do you guys think it'd be a good idea for the New York Knicks to go out and bring in, you know, Carmelo Anthony and Chris Paul? Do you guys think they should go a different direction? Again, I'd definitely really like to know all of your thoughts and opinions down below. But of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my iRoll/vlog channel. Don't forget to check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for them will all be in the description down below. But as I said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.